As registered ultra-detailed month-by-month development timeline The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Zelda 3D 1988 A Early NES development phase January 1988 Nintendo greenlights a new NES sequel to The Legend of Zelda. Early planning builds on overworld freedom from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link but returns to top-down format. Initial cartridge planning assumes 4 megabits ROM. February 1988 Concept documents outline expanded overworld, multiple dungeons, heavier narrative focus. Early idea from producer Shigeru Miyamoto, party-based adventure. March 1988 Prototype engine started for NES hardware. Basic tile system designed using 8x8 tiles. Memory limits immediately become problematic. April 1988 Early combat prototypes emphasize free item assignment. Initial concept allows weapon switching on the fly. Combination attacks. Bomb plus arrow concept appears very early. May 1988 Mapped scale exceeds NES RAM constraints. Team experiments with overlay-based world duplication concepts. June 1988 Internal discussions begin regarding Nintendo's upcoming 16-bit hardware. Concerns raised that NES cannot deliver Miyamoto's full vision. July 1988 Early draft scenario includes Link, a magic user companion, a girl character traveling with him. Party mechanics tested in rough design documents. August 1988 Memory budgeting meetings show overworld size must be halved on NES. Discussions about postponing to next generation system intensify. September 1988 Nintendo R&D division evaluates moving project to Super Famicom hardware. October 1988 Internal pivot decision forming. NES prototype placed on hold. November 1988 Team studies Super Famicom architecture. Mode 7 capabilities, SSMP sound processor, expanded ROM size potential. December 1988 Official decision, project transitions to Super Famicom development. 1989 A transition to Super Famicom January 1989 Development fully migrates to Super Famicom. ROM size expanded to 8 megabits, 1 megabyte. Double typical since cartridge size. Budget increased due to Zelda brand success. February 1989 Overworld rebuilt with larger tile maps. Team implements 8-color tile compression system to save memory. Runtime decompression method designed, adding leading bit to pixel color index. March 1989 Dual world concept solidifies. Light World, Dark World. Dark World implemented as ROM overlay rather than separate full map. April 1989 Layout duplication system coded. Texture swaps tested to differentiate worlds visually. May 1989 Script writing begins under newcomer Ken Tanabe. Manual backstory assigned to Yoshiaki Koizumi. June 1989 Narrative framework created. Imprisoning War, 7 Sages. Triforce mythology. July 1989 Hylian script design based on Egyptian hieroglyph-inspired symbols. Religious themes explicit in Japanese version. Kamigami no Triforce, a Triforce of the Gods. August 1989 Agaham conceptualized as priest figure in Japanese script. Dungeon count expanded. September 1989 Party mechanic begins technical prototyping. Pathfinding experiments conducted for companion characters. October 1989 Performance issues with multiple characters. Memory allocation tight due to expanded overworld. November 1989 Miyamoto requests simplification. Link must always carry sword equipped. Party system begins scaling back. December 1989 Decision made. Remove party system entirely. Focus returns to solitary hero structure. 1990 A feature expansion cuts. January 1990 Wildfire mechanic prototyped. Burning grass spreads dynamically. Heavy CPU strain detected. February 1990 Wildfire system cut due to time constraints. Item combination system reduced. Bomb plus arrow concept dropped. March 1990 Final dungeon count locked. Light, Dark World puzzle interplay refined. April 1990 Chris Houlihan contest winner selected from Nintendo Power War Mech contest. Secret crash prevention room implemented. May 1990 Failsafe warp room programmed. Contains 45 blue rupees. Greeting message from Chris Houlihan. June 1990. Audio production begins. Koji Kondo starts composing score using SSMP. July 1990. Hide Her Yule Overture returns in SSMP format. New motifs composed. Zelda's Lullaby, Ganondorf's theme, Hide Her Yule Castle theme, Kakariko Village. August 1990, music establishes core identity of franchise. Many recurring motifs standardized for future games. September 1990, dungeon themes completed, and credits medley arranged. October 1990, ROM compression finalized, extensive bug testing of overlay world system. November 1990, localization planning begins for North America. Religious references flagged by Nintendo of America. December 1990, subtitle changed. Kamigami no Triforce A Link to the Past. Priest Taganim altered to Wizard. Hylian script redesigned to remove overt religious symbolism. 1991 A finalization launched January 1991. Final bug fixing. Cartridge manufacturing begins for Japan. February 1991. Japanese release on Super Famicom. Market July 1991. North American localization adjustments. Text space restructured for English. August 1991. North American release on Super NES. Praised for massive world. Technical efficiency. Musical score. ATI's micro post-release. Music Legacy. 1994. The Legend of Zelda. Sound and drama released by Sony Records. Disc 1. Rearranged themes plus drama track. Disc 2. Original arrangements plus NES Zelda music. At Y section technical achievements. 8 megabits cartridge. Double standards and size. Runtime tile decompression. Dual world overlay system to conserve ROM. Crash prevention warp room Easter egg Geth's registered development timeline. The Legend of Zelda. A Link to the Past and Four Swords. GBA Remake. 2000 Day early planning phase January 2000. Following the success of the Game Boy Color Zelda titles, Nintendo begins evaluating classic 16-bit titles for potential Game Boy Advance conversions. Internal discussions begin about bringing The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past to handheld. February 2000, hardware comparisons between SNES and upcoming Game Boy Advance conducted. Engineers confirm GBA can closely replicate SNES performance with some compromises. March 2000, proposal expands beyond simple port. Concept emerges to bundle a new multiplayer Zelda experience to justify re-release. April 2000, multiplayer prototype planning begins. Early idea. Cooperative dungeon experience using GBA link cables. May 2000, approval granted to create dual package. Enhanced A Link to the Past. New multiplayer title. Eventually Four Swords. August 2000, SNES source code prepared for conversion. Graphics extraction and palette testing begins for GBA's slightly darker screen. September 2000, decision made to adjust brightness and contrast of sprites. UI resize for GBA's 248-160 resolution. SNES was 256-224. October and December 2000, early build of Volt running on GBA dev kits. Audio conversion begins from SNES SSMP format to GBA sound hardware. 2001 A full production January 2001, official announcement of Game Boy Advance by Nintendo. Zelda Remake project moves into full production. February 2001, script revision begins. Minor dialogue tweaks planned for clarity and consistency with newer series lore. March 2001, sound team reworks soundtrack for GBA.